Hi, my loves. How are you? Welcome, welcome. I am so happy to be here because I had this, I don't know, a couple days ago, I woke up with this image in my mind of what it means to persist in living in the end. And you guys know I like drawing pictures and giving you little movie analogies and music analogies because that's just what helps me. And maybe it's going to help many of you. So I like to share those things, but I'm going to go into detail about this and how one of my clients did this and was very successful with this as well. And this is what I personally do. So thank you for being here. And if you're new to the Rosey Life, welcome. My name's Rose, not Rosie. Some people call me Rosie, but I just like the Rosey Life. And I am a success and confidence coach, and I help people get out of their own way so that they can have what they want and live the life that they deserve. So, and what I mean by that is the first and most important thing is to trust in yourself and have that faith and confidence in yourself. That's the only thing that matters. And once you have that, that is a strong place to build a business from, a relationship from, or anything that you desire into your life. So, let me see. I'm going to turn the chat on so I can see you guys chit-chatting. So let's get to it. So what I mean by, so I woke up with this image in my mind, and because I love clarity, and when I get an idea or analogy, I will sit with it first for a few days, and then I'll share it if I think it might be helpful. And I used this with a client, and she found it really helpful in her personal experience. And I'm going to share with you that story here in a minute. So when we are focused on a desire, like we have decided, we saw something, we thought of something, whatever it is that you desire, you imagined it, okay? In that moment, it's already been manifested. So because the work is done within our imagination, it's not done outside, it's done within here. So it's already ours. Whatever it is that you want, all of it, it's already yours. And the minute that desire falls upon you, that is yours. It's already done. This is what people talk about, already done. Okay, so then our job, all we have to do is maintain knowing that it's already ours. That literally is all we have to do, is decide what we want and maintain, stay focused on it, meaning knowing it is done, okay? So what people get, and I used to do this too, is I made this into a really big deal. Like I thought I used to think I had to do something or do things to maintain the living in the end, to force it, to meditate, to do all this stuff. And people think that you have to do something to stay there. No, it's not that. It's like we naturally already have all our desires. Everything that we want is already ours, okay? The only thing that we're doing is dropping all the limitations, the beliefs, the stories, the old thoughts, the old way patterns of thinking and believing about ourselves and about life and who we are. We're dropping all of those things. And the more that you drop them, the lighter you become. So when you're shedding these old beliefs, these old stories, you're actually becoming lighter, right? Stuff is not weighing you down. Think about like a bottle in the water. If it's heavier, if it's has liquids in it, right, it'll sink down. But if you take off the lid and then the whatever's in the bottle is going to float on the water, right? So what we're doing is we're releasing like these shackles of stories and crap and limitations. We're just letting go of all these things that we're perceiving are holding us back, that we're fighting through, that we have to overcome, and all that stuff, okay? So here's my little picture. So here are your desires, okay? So I put these little rays of sunshine around to indicate all the different kind of desires that you have, right? Could be money, relationship, a car, a cat, a dog, whatever, okay? They can be whatever, all of your desires. And this is you, me, my state of being, right? This is you. Well, you are always on the same level as all of your desires. Okay. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to align to it. You don't have to pray to it. You don't have to work for it. You don't have to manipulate. You don't have to convince someone of it. They're already yours. You're already equal and one with your desires. Okay. What we're doing is we're releasing ourselves from the old stories, the old man, the old version of ourselves that's doubting, that's having negative thoughts, that's having fears, that's looking at circumstances. We're releasing these things from us so that we don't tip. Because if these things are weighing us down, okay, if we get weighed down by our fears and our doubts and our thoughts, then we are not one with our desires, okay, because we're going down. We're allowing circumstances, we're allowing their old story, their old man, we're allowing our beliefs, we're allowing all these things to take us down. And when you're taken down, you're not maintaining your oneness with with all your desires. So the goal, so to speak, is to maintain your balance with your desires. So when you have a negative thought, when you have doubts, when you have fears and those kind of things, you're like, no, is this helping me stay in balance with all my desires? No, then that's not real. Then I'm dropping that. No. So while you're working on your confidence in yourself, this is where the confidence in yourself really comes in handy, because you're just like, no, I already know that I'm one with my desires. I already know that everything that I can think of, I already get. So anything that tries to oppose it is not true, and I'm releasing it to stay balanced and with my desire. And you want to stay here, as long as possible. And the more confident you are in yourself, the easier it is going to be for you to really see when you're going down. Okay, when you're feeling bad, when you're having negative thoughts, when you're going down all these little rabbit holes of thoughts. So the easier it is going to be for you to say, nope, that thing's trying to take me off balance. And my only job is to remain in the knowing that all my desires are mine. That's it. I hope this analogy was helpful to some of you because it was for me. And, there you are. So, thanks, Rick. That's so sweet of you. It only you're in your mind, but you actually don't own nothing until you pay for it. I don't know what that means. Red Egg Buddha, I'm only 5 minutes late. Hi, so I hope that this is helpful, because you're not, that living in the end, like Neville says, is just remaining in the knowing that everything is done, that it is yours, okay? So the only thing that you're having to say goodbye to and no to is all the limitations. You're just like, no, that's not true. Or you can't have it because you're not tolerant. No, that's not true. No, it's done. Nope, I already have it. So that is all you have to do. And strengthening your belief in yourself and your confidence in yourself. Thank you, McKendall Minty, for my drawing. I thought it was helpful, right? Because you see how these things weigh you down. So imagine that this is like a floaty. Okay, these two are floaties. And then things are trying to pull you under the water. Your job is to remain above the water. Okay, so this could be the water. And then you're the floaties. And then all these negative thoughts and doubts are trying to pull you under the water so you drown. Okay. And we don't want you to drown. We want you to stay above the water and remain floaty, okay? Actually, and years ago when I was into the law of attraction and I used to listen to Abraham Hicks, she gave a really good analogy of I think it was a wine bottle stopper or champagne, the cork, that's what it was, a cork. She says, if you put a cork on the water, it floats. But if you grab it and you hold it, right, if you hold it, it goes under the water, right? So your manifestation is a cork, okay? It's a cork that you want it to be floating. And if you keep holding on to it, meaning you keep allowing yourself to be drugged down by your thoughts, your fears and all that, then it's not going to float anymore. Then you're going to literally drown it. And we don't want you to drown what you want. We want you to enjoy it. and we want you floating. We all are floating, right? We want to be floating. That's who we naturally are, is we are little floaters, and we get whatever the hell we want, sipping our little drink with our little umbrella, and it is literally brought to us. That's how we're supposed to do it, right? We're receivers. I put an Instagram post the other day. It said, ask a question, because a lot of people ask this question. I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people say, well, what do you do? And then I said, I'm a professional receiver of my desires. That's my job description. So, okay. So when you are positive thinking, yeah. So I just, I like that analogy that Abraham Hicks gave of the cork. It's like, when you're trying to force it, control it, use techniques, and you staring at it, you won't just allow it to be there, right? That's you trying to manipulate and control. And that's where people get frustrated and feel anxious and hopeless and give up. They feel like giving up. And you're not here to give up. You're not here to allow a negative thought or doubt to take you down. No, you're here to realize that despite your doubts, that despite these thoughts, despite these negative feelings, despite what's the circumstances around you, that you still get what you want, because your eye right here just needs to be right, persisting on, I already have everything that I want. I don't care, right? So whatever shows up, you're like, I don't care. I get what I want. So those little things, trying to imagine those doubts and fears, are just trying to take you down, right? And like, no, that doesn't work anymore. Now I spotted you. Now I know what you're trying to do. Nope. I'm going to stay right up here. I am one with all my desires. Next. So try that out. See if it helps you guys to maintain like a visual in your mind of anytime you have a fear, a doubt, or whatever. If you have a negative emotion, let it be there. Cry. If you need to cry, cry. If you feel angry, be angry. I teach my clients just to go ahead and sit with your emotions. And I love it, because when they do, they're just like, wow, that was very short-lived. And I said, yes, exactly, because they don't have power. My story about my client with this. She was telling me she's been practicing on feeling secure and confident, so she's not in the distrustful zone with her person. And so one night she was home alone, and her person was out with friends. And she was getting a lot of doubt and insecurity. And, she's like, I don't want to feel insecure in my relationship anymore, because it's creating too many problems. And she's like, I used to do this all the time and I hated it. And she said that one night that she noticed that she was feeling very insecure, and she started making up all kinds of stories, and she was trying to fight it. She was trying not to feel it. And that didn't work so well. And her person came home that night and actually wanted to sleep on the couch. The next day, the same situation, that her person had to go out for business dinners. And she started going through the same thing. And she woke up, she's like, gosh, another day of doing this. And she's like, no. She noticed this was happening. And she's like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not going to feel insecure. I'm not buying this. I'm not going to let my mind wander off to worst case scenarios. Nope. I'm not doing this. And she went in, and she's like, I am secure. I am so loved. I am so wanted. I am so chosen. I'm good. And I'm going to go take care of myself. And I'm going to go make myself a nice dinner. And that was it. She didn't text him. She didn't nothing. And she said she went to sleep peacefully, happy. She had a relaxed night. And you know what happened that night? Her man came home and woke her up to tell her how lucky he is to be with her. And he would not stop talking for like 5 minutes, telling her, no, seriously, I am the luckiest man. What we have is so amazing, and blah, blah, blah. And she's just like, what the hell? And she says, okay, I get it. She's like, I get it. This really does work. And I said, yes, it does. So she saw how powerful she was, and how the reflection changed from one day to the next. So you guys can do the same thing. You can turn anything around, anything. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for all the little old beliefs and old stories. You just have programmed yourself into behaving and thinking a certain way. Don't go down these little rabbit holes anymore. You got to practice this and teach yourself to do this, right? While you're building your confidence, doing the sleep meditations are so helpful. And I'm reading so many stories and positive things that are happening with you guys. And I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. Not just on here, but I'm seeing on Facebook and people tagging me with their stories. I'm just like, this is so awesome. I just love it. I'm doing all of the same thing that you guys are doing too. And I see my changes. I see my changes in my clients. I see my changes in all of you. And I just, oh my God, I love it. Okay. So keep it up and don't get drugged down by these little booby traps. Recognize when they're happening first. Okay. Secondly, decide you're just like, you know what? I'm not going down this. I'm not going down. I already know I'm one with everything that I have. I don't have to make it happen. I don't have to control it. I don't have to do something specific to make it happen. I already have everything. I am one with everything that there is. And these stories, these doubts, and these fears, and that's all I have to let go of. So I'm letting those go. All right. I love Will Smith. Will Smith. And he said, you don't need a plan B because then you're saying already that plan A won't work. Yep. You mentioned in another video about settling or being safe. That's right. I love that. I love Will Smith. I know what video you're talking about. I think I've seen that too. Yeah. He doesn't talk about plan B. The hell's plan B? That's just another, thing that people make up, another story because they're afraid that it won't work. They're afraid that they're not going to get what they want. So they have a backup plan. There's no backup plan. Get that out of your head. There's no backup plan. You get what you want, period. Chris, been working on self-concept last 2 months after a breakup last year. Met someone new 3 weeks ago. Amazing connection, then just wanted to be friends. Is this still old stories playing out? Yes. Persist in what you want. Decide what you want. If you want the relationship with whoever it is that you want the relationship with, right? Decide that, but then go right in. Do you see, like my client, she's like, nope, I'm not going to focus on what he's doing. I'm going to focus on what I'm feeling. What do I want? And ask yourself, you're like, all right, what's my pattern in relationships? Do people come and go? Like, are people not committing to me? What is it? Because they're just reflecting. Remember what I said in my other video about Neville. People are just messengers telling us what we believe about ourselves to be true. And he says, revalue yourself, and then the world will confirm the change. So we revalue ourselves. Like I do this every day. Okay. Literally I do this every day. The other day I did it with my son, right? I was just like walking around like annoyed because he didn't take care of something that I asked him to do. And I was like, it's like, gosh, why can't he just, and I'm like, caught myself. And I said, no, I trust myself. I trust him and I believe in him and he's going to take care of everything. I just know it. And what happened? He confirmed the change. I changed and then he changes. This is how it is. It doesn't go the other way around. I change and then the thing changes. Okay. So, love you too. As my concept in time, I'm putting in solid. I'm feeling calm, but caught me by surprise. Come and go. Has been the old story, but spiritual awakening has completely changed my mindset. Yes. So, it's not just, Rick, it's not positive thinking. Positive thinking, I know it sounds similar, but it's okay if you feel angry. It's okay if you feel stressed, and it's okay if you feel anxious. You still get what you want. I don't have to be positive all the time. I manifest wonderful things even when I'm in a bad mood. So it's not just about being positive all the time because you're not a robot. We have human emotions, and it's not possible to be positive all the time. That's like very Stepford wife-ish. It's kind of creepy to me personally, but I'm not positive all the time, right? And sometimes I feel off and I'm allowing myself to feel off, but it doesn't mean I still don't get what I want. Okay. It's just about you knowing who you are. It's not about being positive. It's about you knowing that you're a powerful badass and you can have whatever that you want, and releasing the crap, the limitations that you can't have something, that you're too old or too short or too fat or too skinny or too whatever, all the stories, all the bullshit that you've bought into, any of us, right? It's releasing that, because who you really are, who we are, is powerful. And we are all one. We're all connected. We're all connected to what we desire. It's already done. It's already here. And we are just accepting it. We're just accepting and allowing it. That's all we're doing. And how do we allow it? By releasing all the bullshit that you have to fight, or you have to try hard for it. That's what we're doing. So it's not just positive thinking. Let's see. Amazing. I needed a scenario from our oldest son yesterday. Should have had faith in him and myself instead of getting angry. It's okay, Arlen. It's okay, because sometimes it's just like, damn, like, why did I don't want to make him ever feel bad. And I'm like, no, that's just my old story. And I'm just like, I switch it around instantly. I'm like, nope. I believe in my son. I trust him. I have faith in him. He believes in himself. He's a success at whatever he does. I love seeing him smile. Something wonderful is going to happen. We have an amazing relationship. We have fun together. Do you see? I go right in there and I'm like, this is my new story. This is like, I persist, like, no, this is my new story. And it always confirms the change to me. Okay. And that is in the moment. Like, that's revising, if you will. But I also like go back to me, like, all my relationships are wonderful. It's easy for me to have great relationships. It's easy for me to stay connected and have healthy relationships. I feel good having wonderful relationships. So that is like more of a core belief in myself. All right. Terry, could you speak about persisting in the wish fulfilled and dropping the desire? Terry, you just popped in and watched the beginning of this video, because that's exactly what I described. How you get what you want without paying for it? A lot of ways. I get a lot of stuff for free. And other times I'm provided the money to go get it. So I don't care about how. I just know that I decide what I want. And then the means, the how, is what is provided for me. I keep referring to myself, the quote, "Be still and know I'm God." It has the effect somehow. Yeah, you can say that. Be still and know that I'm God. Whatever brings you into that place of stillness. And be still and knowing God, to me, is just like a touchstone point. It's like a transition, so that okay, let me readjust my sails. I'm frantically going down a rabbit hole, right? Let me step back, pull in, go and dive into myself. If you guys watched my video yesterday, it gave you perfect examples of how I was in the middle of circumstances, and despite the circumstances, I was okay. I was still, and I got what I wanted. So if you haven't watched my video from yesterday, watch it, because I gave you guys some personal stories on how the circumstances around you do not matter, and you just go within. So yeah, just keep persisting, Chris. Okay, just focus on you, and you will get the confirmation of the change within you. If the outside hasn't changed, just keep persisting in, because it will. The change happens within first, and then the outside confirms it. Okay, so all right, you guys, I have to go, but I just wanted to pop in here and share my little drawing with you. And for those of you who came in late, I just say go back to the beginning, because you'll get it with my little drawing. Hopefully be helpful for you guys. All right, and guess what? I just opened up, also, I always forget to say this, that I do email coaching. And also, I just opened up one of my signature courses, which is called the Leading Lady Academy, but now it is the Leading Lady and Gentleman Academy. Now it is open for everyone, for all of you, so ladies and gentlemen. So you can go to my website, ROSEYLife.com, and you'll see the Leading Lady and Gentleman Academy. It's for both, and what it is almost 4 weeks of me sending you specific homework on 4 areas of your life: self-confidence, and your body and your health. So loving your body and your health, and then loving relationships, and then money. And it dives into identifying where you are limiting yourself with different thoughts, beliefs, or stories, and then how to change those. So every other day you get homework from me emailed to you, and for each module there's a video that is sent to you for me to I explain what you're about to learn in that week. Okay, so each module has a week designated for it with homework. And so it's self-paced. You can start anytime you want to. So you can check that out, ROSEYLife.com. And again, I opened it up because I know I have a lot of guys that are wanting me to open up to provide courses and content for the men as well. So that's why I did this. So I tweaked it around a little bit and I included this for men. All right. All right, you guys. Yes. Okay, good. I'm glad you're liking the meditation. Just keep it up. Keep it up. All right. All right, you guys. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon. All right, bye.